Hello, everybody, and welcome to the International 2 West Qualifiers, where zNation is going to go up against Quantic right about now. And with me again is my beloved co-caster Durka. Welcome to the show.
Hello again. It's good to be here.
Yeah. Again, guys, now that we can all hear Durka, happy birthday, man. Happy birthday.
Thank you very much. Make sure people can actually hear me replying to you.
Yeah, let me check. Let me double check this here. Yeah, they can.
Good, good.
Okay, we're gonna get ourselves to the draft right here. I will jump the viewers also into the draft picture. And there we go. zNation going up against Quantic. zNation, a Russian team, placing second in the Star Ladder Pro Series. And Quantic, of course, the American team that's been making waves lately. Painted Gold, Korok, Solara, Lasset Magic, as well as Mikey going up against Stallianer. Oh my goodness, this name is going to cause some trouble this game. Stallianer. Cruz, Sedoy, Nexus, and Weckert. Ich glaube, dude, sometimes I just start talking German for no apparent reason. I think zNation wants to troll us with their names.
Are they too hard to pronounce for you?
Stalia, yeah. Maybe you can just always talk about zNation. Okay, zNation though. Banning out.
Okay.
Hmm?
Well, we'll go through the zNation names. We have Stalin, and then we have CRZ, and then we have something, and then Nexus and something.
All right. There you go.
Simple.
Totally simple. And zNation immediately showing that they do not want to go up against Chen as well as Lycan. I can totally understand the Lycan, although Chen hasn't been all that effective in the last couple of games. Maybe he's kind of lost his flow. Leshrac also banned from zNation, so we're going to the first pick. First pick here for Quantic, who banned out Invoker, Prophet, as well as Enchanter. So big heroes left in the pool is Brewmaster, Windrunner, Lone Druid. Am I missing something, my man?
Not that I can think of, but these heroes being banned out, they're being... Well, there's the Windrunner. But the six heroes being banned out are seeing so much play recently. The Invoker, I mean, he can fit into almost any role, whether crowd control or damage output, running around the map, taking ganks or farming lanes. The Furion, a great gold input for your team, sitting in the forest or sitting on a lane and farming with his treants. Enchantress and the Chen, two great heroes that sort of bringing pushes about, ganking a lane, taking out a solo hero, and then going straight for the tower with the creeps they can hold. And that Leshrac and Lycan, two really big heroes there. Lesh seeing the limelight more so in recent times with his ability to fit into many roles, either damage nuker or tower taker. And with his stun, which increases AoE with levels. Oh, really?
Muy interesting. So zNation goes for a Morphling first pick, so Korok is probably cursing right now. Most likely I don't think Quantic expected this. Maybe this is a strategy zNation prepared especially for this opponent, because this is the International 2 qualifiers and this is pretty important stuff. So yeah. Morphling and Enigma. The response picks from Enigma. And now Quantic will be picking up their second and third hero. And zNation took their sweet ass time for those first two picks.
Yeah, Korok loves his Morphling, and picking him in the first pick phase does show their intentions there, that they're going to cause havoc for this Quantic side. They're not looking to counter Quantic's picks or pick up a strat that fits their playstyle. They just want to mess up Quantic's strat. They just want to mess up their playstyle and try and push them out of the comfort zone.
Yeah, I think so too, and you can see how this basically affected Penagol's plan here. He's probably all like, oh my goodness, our entire strategy revolved around the Korok Morphling. We are screwed, and now they will like forfeit or something.
Well, not only that, but Last Hit Magic does love playing that Enigma as well. So his Paint's probably sitting there thinking, okay, so I wanted those heroes, and now I can't pick them. What am I going to give Korok? And Korok has those sort of 3 or 4 core heroes he plays. Tiny, Storm, Morphling. Is there another one? I know those are the three big heroes he loves to play and tends to dominate with. But and last it, oh, there's the Brewmaster pickup for you.
Hmm.
They do decide in the end to pick up a Lich for the lane control and a Brewmaster for that havoc-inducing ulti he has, splitting into three parts and running around the map, running around the team fight, doing whatever the heck he wants, disabling one, cycloning another, and sending the Fire Panda onto a low hit point support hero.
Yeah, actually, when I was watching, oh, Broodmother, oh my goodness, this is gonna be some good action. The thing I was noticing about our last stream was where you were talking about um, Brewmaster's split that can cyclone, choosing the point in time when the hero comes back down. Is that true?
Yeah, you can dispel the cyclone.
Oh, I had no idea. So
But
you cyclone someone and then you just hit the button again and he comes back down, or how does it work?
no, the Storm Panda has three spells. He's got the Windwalk, he's got the Cyclone, and he's got Dispel Magic. So you can Windwalk for the critical hit to do extra damage. You can Cyclone someone. I'm not sure what the duration is, but it's a long Cyclone duration.
Yeah, it is.
And then you have Dispel, which dispels negative buffs or it dispels the Cyclone. So you can actually stop the Cyclone and choose when to bring the hero down.
And you can also dispel like venomous gale and stuff from your allies.
I'm not entirely sure about that.
I had no idea about that. Yeah, I rewatched our streams to check the quality, and heard you talk about that. I didn't even respond to that at the time, but yeah. Okay, second ban phase here. Ricky gets taken out by zNation. They don't want to have Morphling go up against the Rikimaru, and it is true. Once he gets that diffusal blade up, he gains in power tremendously, and Team Quantic gets rid of Shadow Demon. So Shadow Demon would have really been a really nice support for zNation to have, and Quantic knows that zNation is now going to look toward a good support. Alright, last ban for Quantic is at Queen of Pain, so also realizing that they need someone to lane maybe in the middle. Oh, and they just decide that Queen of Pain is a hero that they deem fitting to be banned out, and immediately zNation gets rid of Sand King. And even quicker, Pain of Gold picks up Crystal Maiden.
Yeah, we're most likely here going to see again Brewmaster made in mid. It's a very strong middle lane. Depending what comes out of zNation here, I think they've got lots of options with the Enigma Broodmother because they can, pretty much go on any lane they desire, as well as the Forest. But with that Maiden Brewmaster most likely going mid, or possibly Lich and Brewmaster, we'll have to see what goes on there. They're going to need a very strong mid lineup to handle that. They're either going to have to throw a long-range solo hero to try and leech experience and try and get a few last hits in, or they're going to have to put a dual lane there themselves.
Alright, and Venomaz with the fourth pickup for zNation. Yeah, Starling is actually a good name to give him. That simplifies things a lot. And yeah, one last thing that they might need here is if they don't send if they have Venomancer supporting the Morphling, then they do need a strong solo mid hero. And Quantic, in the same position, gets Korok his Storm Spirit. He will most likely head toward the middle lane, and now I'd be interested to see what zNation is going to pick up as a last pick. Maybe they could go for something tanky in the middle lane, like a Beastmaster, because they do have those three ranged heroes and a Broodmother who will be alone on the lane and won't be able to contribute all too much to the team in the beginning. So this last pick here will have to be thought out quite well. They have over a minute left.
Yeah, and with that Storm pick, I'm not entirely sure what I said was correct because it may even be that they run a tri-lane with that triple slow there, with the Brewmaster slow, the Maiden slow, the Lich slow. They can most likely take out that Morphling if they time everything correctly, and Puck there, a great hero to come up against this lineup. Really evasive, good at initiating team fights, which is what they need with a Morphling and Enigma wanting to jump on top of the sort of primary initiation with their secondary. And Puck is obviously the brilliant hero to do that. With the Illusory Orb, he can jump in there, pick up his dagger early possibly, and the ulti from him, keeping up to 5 heroes into one place. That's a great setup for an Enigma Black Hole.
Prepare for battle.
Alright, Versuta, Purge, Luminous, and Nebula are casting this one here. Interesting. Let me quickly check if this sound channel thing works. Audio channel, Nebula. Audio channel, Versuta.
Сейчас посмотрим, что будет по лайну.
Okay, Purge.
Did you not hear Versuit? It does work.
Yeah, I heard Versuta. Purge not saying anything.
Interesting.
There he goes.
He's
Okay,
gonna get up against Wind.
now we will put in our input. Okay, Morphling, just checking things out with his buddy Broodmother. She didn't place a web down just yet, it appears. Kind of strange. Toward the top lane we have Weck. I just call him Weck on Enigma. He will just attempt to hold that lane a little bit close to his tower by denying them regularly. Stalin on the puck appears to be soloing the bottom lane, but this might all very well change. Sedoy is on the Broodmother, CRZ on Morphling, and Nexus on Venomancer.
What was Radiant Courier doing? They sent the Radiant Courier all the way up to their 2-1 tower on the top. Oh, he dropped an Iron Branch there. What?
Battle begins.
I'm lost. Why have they dropped an Iron Branch with a Courier when Enigma has an item slot free?
Oh, look at Nexus here already getting some really nice harass in here on Paint. Gonna get him down to half HP. Really good harass, going all the way to the very edge of the tower range. Sek here comes from Painted Gold, who will be landing in the middle lane with that Brewmaster with a Lich support, so no tri-lane. Mikey, huge storm at the moment, oh my goodness. Mikey, support on the Crystal Maiden on the top lane, gonna be making sure that Korok on the Storm Spirit will get all the farm he needs, and apparently it will be Sedoy on that Broodmother that will solo the long lane, and all Enigma did was deny that creep, went back to base to regen his mana, and will maybe go into the jungle now, and Solara on the Windrunner on the bottom lane, and that's it for the Quantic lineup. Hopefully they won't DC out due to a big storm.
Yeah, running a dual lane on top with a Storm. It's interesting, and I think they're going to fare very well against this Broodmother. If it was just a solo Storm, the Broodmother would be coming in trying to take last hits and harass the Storm down. With a Storm, you know, trying to counter with the Remnant, trying to take a couple of Spider last hits and harass down the Broodmother. But with the Maiden there sitting with a Frost Nova, or Crystal Nova I should say, the Broodmother's not going to have much chance to pop out of that Invis.
Yeah. Well prepared Mikey here, already has sentry wards. Paint. Well, he lost 360 HP exactly, and we'll definitely have to start using his regeneratives before the creep waves even meet, so very well invested mana points here from Venomancer. Last hit magic, his sacrifice is still on cooldown. I don't understand why he did not just use it on the creep wave.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't think they know what they're up against. They're possibly scared of an Enigma, I don't know, offensive jungling, but that's not going to be possible. They shouldn't be scared of a tri-lane at top whatsoever.
Yeah, one ward up at the moment on the map, which is for the Radiant, gonna give them vision of... Damn it, I can't draw on the minimap while it's paused, but right here.
Oh, you can't draw on the minimap at all?
No, I can, but only when it's paused I can't. Right here on the opposite high ground, and also up toward the top rune here. So they will know where the rune will spawn for 6 minutes, and they will also be aware of any non-smoke gangs or rotations through that river from the top lane.
I just wonder how this this Brewmaster is going to fare at mid. Like you said, he's already lost over half of his hit points to one Venomous Gale. So that's 90 mana for 300 hit points. That's, like you said, great investment there by the Venomancer.
Well, now that they can't switch on my audio channel, I can actually turn off this constant thingy here. Where is it? Off. Okay. Game is still paused. Let us creep in on some audio channels here. Let us learn some Russian.
I think the most interesting lane here is going to be the bottom lane. The top lane should go in the favor of the Storm and Maiden. Mid lane could go either way. It's going to be a bit of a wash. It all depends on who gets the correct initiation or who gets, you know, out of space or out of place by a couple of pixels and gets caught out. But meanwhile, at bottom lane, that's going to be where the real fight happens. Who can get up their dagger or who can get up the mech and force staff quicker? Because the puck there with the great pushing power is going to falter a little bit against the last hit power of the Windrunner simply because of the animation. The Windrunner has a brilliant attack animation and he's going to try and keep this puck kept down as much as possible. Interesting though to note, she did take Windrun first, so she's quite worried about ganks coming in from somewhere, possibly expecting that the Morphling would be taking the safe lane to farm.
Yeah, interesting that Windrunner already decided to go for Windrun.
Double harm shall I deal.
I love Puck's sound set. Double harm shall I deal, he says. Okay, now I have my camera on Puck here while I wow. No, I can actually maneuver around because I'm getting some drinks now. Oh, look at this. So Lara tried to use Windrun just to dodge the one attack from Puck, but apparently Windrun only takes effect on attacks that have not been completed upon casting, so the double damage attack still hit even though Windrun was active.
Oh,
Interesting, and now of course Puck here trying to make a full use of this DD, dealing 86 damage with one hit. And yeah, we'll have the middle lane under close watch because Venomancer Morphling against Paint and Last Hit Magic is going to be really interesting. And we have Korok already all the way up toward the tier 1 tower on the top lane, while Crystal Maiden here is doing a little bit of fail pulling, manages only to get 2 out of 4 creeps. And indeed that Enigma did go into the jungle to farm up there in peace and quiet.
Yeah, I'm just looking over at the stream, sorry, I'm just checking volume levels and everything, and I've got everything set to max. I can hear you perfectly clearly through Skype, but on the stream it does seem like mic levels have dropped since last time.
Oh really? Let me check something here. Don't understand. Perhaps
not.
Illusion.
Because, you know, obviously I had the stream running in the background, and I can barely hear the stream when you're talking on Skype, simply because the volume difference. The whole stream is, you know, I had everything max volume.
yeah, okay. Well, I do have a new microphone. I think I will need a preamp to make it work. So this is all temporary, guys. Within the coming week, all of these problems shall be of the past, and I will also have to, for the next game though, remind me, we'll try to do the 720p stream, and if it doesn't work then oh well, we got some good recordings out.
But yeah, looking at mid lane, it's just a war of attrition. Like I was saying, whoever gets caught out of place is going to get a nuke in the face. But I don't think anyone's going to fall here unless someone makes a huge mistake, or if they get very lucky with some fog. Top lane, Broodmother having a little bit of a go on the Maiden. She's caught a little bit out of position there, Korok not backing her up. And on the bottom lane, the Puck picking up his bottle. Sitting slightly ahead of this Windrunner, it seems. He's going to bottle crow that. What are the creep stats? We've got 14 for 9 on the Puck and 3 for 4 on the Windrunner. What's been going on down there? I know Puck had a double damage rune, but really?
It's Stalin, man. Can't outlane Stalin. Middle lane, Last Hit Magic here. Goes down for the first blood to Morphling. Just caught the tail end of that. CRZ is now going up against Paint here, trying to keep him away a little bit as well, but the most important thing is that first blood kill on Lich.
Where exactly did he die? Did he leave his high ground?
Well, he died on his high ground, so maybe they just overextended a little bit there.
Because I don't see how he can die unless he leaves the high ground, then gets scaled and Morphling waved. Because if he's sitting on the high ground, the Brewmaster's there to back him up and he can just run back to the tower. So I don't know if they were trading hits and the Lich was being a little over-aggressive on that lane, but definitely giving away a kill there, which they shouldn't have.
Hmm. Yeah, the thing is, as you said, they should be playing this as a war of attrition. Oh, and look at this now, Morphling even using a haste rune. Are they gonna go for Painted Gold? He does have a waveform still ready. He should use it. It does so and gets the kill on Brewmaster. Beautiful play coming out of zNation. CRZ here gets another kill on Morphling.
Yeah, this is totally throwing the the middle lane for Quantic there. They wanted that Brewmaster to sit there, soak up levels, not necessarily get farm because it's hard to last hit against a Morphling and a Venno double range lane. The Lich is supposed to sort of harass down the Venno, make sure he's not harassing the Brewmaster, while both carries try to farm up some experience and gold. But it isn't working out that way. It seems they've been a little over-aggressive, wasting their hit points on trading hits when in fact trading hits with a double range lane isn't the smartest thing to do.
And still, Morphling is only out last hitting Paint on that Brewmaster by 3 last hits at the moment.
It's quite interesting that Paint's gone for boots first here instead of a stout shield or a bottle or something to help with that regen. Seems like he just wants to get away from that Gale as quickly as possible.
Interesting item choice as well from the Broodmother, opting to go for boots first and not even going into the... Well, actually, is there a soul ring coming on the courier? Oh, just a recipe, okay. So, but did choose to go for boots over soul ring.
Yeah, I agree with that choice because of that Maiden sitting there with the sentry wards. He wants to run away. The boots movement speed on top of the web movement speed is just going to give him that little edge he needs to try and get away from the initiation from the Maiden and then a follow-up from the Storm.
Yeah, really beautiful room control here coming out of zNation as well. They're definitely outperforming Quantic in the very early game, and well, not everyone would be able to do that. So props to zNation. They've been doing pretty fine here. Even Broodmother managing not to die and just soaking up XP best you can, hitting level 6 right now. Korok though sitting on 37 last hits. Is he leading the scoreboard by chance here? 38. Yeah, he is. Oh, and the
And they
squatter
pick up
goes
a
down. Wow.
Yeah, they pick up a kill there on the Broodmother, just walking in range of that sentry ward placed by Mikey, and then they Crystal Nova into Vortex into dead Broodmother. Boots can't save you there.
Ultimate
yeah.
use on Solara on the bottom lane. Enigma coming around the side to gank, but Solara standing his ground. Doesn't have a power shot ready. Oh, really nice dodge of the potential power shot there, but Puck might very well go down. Solara playing really nicely, doing the power shot, cancelling it and getting the kill. Really nicely played. Even salving up, and now even Weck in big trouble, man. Is this going to be double kill? He even has to use Black Hole and micros his units to attack him. What's going to happen here? Windrun. He had it ready. He didn't use it in time. Oh, man. But still, he did get the kill, and that's awesome.
I don't know what to say there because Puck had phase shift. The whole time he had phase shift, but he just didn't use it. He could have survived, he could have got an extra right click on the Windrunner. If he hadn't orbed away and just stayed there to right click, it's possible he could have got the kill straight off and then orbed out some damage. Or phase shifted out some damage. I don't know, a little bit of hesitation or a little bit of panic there. Panic button mashing from that Puck. Just gonna get out of here, man.
Man, Painted Gold. Oh, I was just gonna say, for some reason, no, he only has 19 last hits. I was gonna be like, dude, he has the same amount of last hits as Morphling, man. That's so cool. Slow up on Painted Gold now. Waveform in. He uses his nuke. Is this gonna be enough damage to get him down?
Without the boots, he would have died.
Yeah,
But he's gonna die anyway.
Wow, 4 zNation heroes. He even lasted magic here in a big trouble. Nice support to be from Mikey. Lasted magic might go down nonetheless though. Here's the last hit from the Eidolons. He does go down. Mikey also in big trouble now. Puck jumps off the other side and beautiful, beautiful gangbang from all sides here from zNation. But yeah, Windrunner did get a kill on Enigma. Windrunner commencing chase as well here on Nexus. Has a power shot ready as well as full mana basically. Shackle and power shot, but backs off.
He didn't hit. Interesting.
Sure.
I mean, it's possible. It's still in beta technically. There are bugs that exist.
Puck here in big trouble. Where'd he go? Oh, I didn't see the orb. He's not in trouble at all.
But yeah, as I was saying during the drafting phase, this zNation lineup just getting into Quantic's face. They just want to mess things up for Quantic as much as possible, limit their gold, limit their experience, and limit the amount of flow they can get to the game. Because as you can see, the amount of movement coming at the zNation heroes, constantly moving, constantly trying to gank and push this advantage that they've built on this mid lane.
Dude, would you look at Korok's last hits? That's ridiculous.
I bet he hasn't missed a single one. 72 for 16. But that's going to be about 30 or so spiderlings.
Yeah, I guess.
I'd say 25 at least of those are spiderlings because it's pretty much impossible to get 75 last hits in 10 minutes unless you're farming the forest as well. But yeah, spiderlings are making up a chunk of, I don't know, I'd say about a third of that. Nevertheless, that's a lot of money sitting on him. How close is he to Orchid?
Shout out to my girlfriend for that drink that I'm gonna enjoy here right now. So delicious. So very delicious. Invis root on Puck. He bottled it. Saving it for later.
I mean, it's a sad state of affairs when you've got the same items as the opposing Venomancer. I mean, looking at the Brewmaster, he must be quite sad now. Yeah, 3 heroes having to be committed to this middle lane just to try and hold it down. But Morphling isn't there. He's moved down to bottom lane. Really smart move here, leaving the Puck who can basically evade all 3 of these enemy heroes who have gone to middle lane to try and hold things down.
Yeah, I really like Puck as a hero. I love that hero so much.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Once you get Dagger, he can become unkillable, and Puck teleporting to top lane. I'm not entirely sure what they plan to do here. They're going to go on this storm, and they're actually going to take him down.
And Mikey also in pretty big trouble here. Crystal Maid might be able to get, here's a phase shift. And Mikey TP's out, nothing to interrupt that, but they do get the kill on Korok. That was so very important. Nicely done.
I'm not sure this Puck realizes that phase shift is 0 mana now, because he's very hesitant to use it, and when he does use it, it seems like he cancels it too early. So, I'm not entirely sure what's going through his mind. But yeah, they do TP top and pick up a very quick kill on Storm, which was necessary, giving this Broodmother some free time on top lane. Going to try and take down this top tier 1 tower. Oh no, he's not. He's not going to go for the tier 1 tower. He's going to send all his spiderlings into the forest, get a little bit more gold. He's sitting on treads and Soul Ring. Not great for a Broodmother at 12 minutes, but...
Oh, look at this in the middle lane. Morphling looks in pretty big trouble. Will he be able to morph enough to strength? It looks like it will be. No, the second stun from Panda is going to come up pretty shortly here. Yeah, waveform is also up, as you mentioned. The stun, not long enough. Probably going to waveform himself to the low ground. No, just away. And survives, so...
Invisibility.
Wow. Not at all the luck is on Quantic side, Yoda I am.
But again, he could have dodged the second stun there from the Brewmaster by waveforming, like you said, to the
Jump from
ground.
Korok onto the top lane on Sadoy, but Puck was there. Puck was there, saving his buddy and killing Korok in turn. So really nice double kill here on Puck. No, the first kill went to Brute and the second one went to Puck. So really nice counter initiation, and that is one of the big pros of Puck as a hero.
Yeah, he can TP in. Silencing that Storm is going to be a big thing for the rest of the game. Once he gets his dagger, he's going to be focusing, where is that Storm? How can I jump in and silence him most efficiently? He's going to be looking to silence the Storm, jump in, possibly get 3 hero Dream Coil, 3 or 4 hero... Oh, he's going with the Lich here. Dream Coil into Illusory Orb and he's dead. That's just such an easy kill.
Yeah, really nicely done. Even the mid tower now pushed down. So I gotta say, zNation is completely dominating this early game. Let me quickly check the items here. Stalin sitting on 900 gold, has his treads and his magic wand and his bottle, so he's looking pretty good. Morphling also has that bottle. It's really been kicking in into trend now, a bottle on Morphling, and it, as you explained, it really helps a lot, enables him to go for bigger items, not that defensive Lincolns that delays him so much. And Broodmother, Sadoy, 1.2k gold, sitting on power treads, and Soul Ring as mentioned before, and Enigma will need a bunch more gold before he has his mech completed, but his farm is also alright. Is on level 6, is getting his levels, and on the Quantic side, in the meantime, though. Korok did die twice, now only has 1k gold, so his farm has been stopped effectively, actually, and not much more on the Quantic side. The heroes are not even starting to begin their core items, and even Crystal Maiden is sitting on no items whatsoever.
Well, I don't know if you remember the last game. I'm pretty sure we cast a game of Quantic a couple of days ago, if not yesterday, where he played a Morphling at mid, and they put so much hope and pressure onto him to carry the game simply because they were caught out of position so many times, or the enemy team had found them and made them pay for small mistakes they'd made. And it looks like the same thing is happening all over again. They've played very passively. zNation are getting into their faces, messing things up for them, but Quantic don't seem to be responding. zNation are constantly switching lanes, sending heroes around, ganking. Really mobile play and dynamic play here from them, but Quantic don't seem to want to react to this. They are very content to let Korok farm, let the Brewmaster soak up some levels, and try and push an advantage through in the sort of early mid-game.
Yeah, totally. About my mic volumes, guys, I'm really sorry. As I said, I do have a new mic set up, and please just turn up the stream, and I will try to, or rather, Durka will try to adjust himself to my volume, and then you guys just have to turn us both up. All I need now is a preamp, and then we can kiss those problems goodbye. But as you said, man, zNation is really getting into the face of Quantic, and it really does appear that way, that they want to give Korok those epic heroes that he wins those fights, but they do need some more teamwork in order to have a little bit of redundancy, that even when Korok doesn't go completely out of control and single-handedly basically wins the game, that Quantic still has a foot in the game. Even the room control and just the movement in general from zNation has been really, really professional, I must say.
Yeah, they've come out here, they've known what they wanted to do. This is obviously a pre-made strat against Quantic. Like you were saying, they picked up that Morphling early because they know Korok loves that hero. I mean, it is becoming more and more popular, but it's never been a first pick hero, and it probably never will be. Yeah, zNation just want to get in the faces of Quantic. They're ahead by 10 kills to 3 at the moment, but Quantic just biding their time, looking for that. Is it Orchid that Storm's looking for? Is he actually going to go for that? He's got 2k sitting in the bank now. Oh, he almost dies there to that Broodmother. Maiden going to come in and try and pick off. Nope, no sentries on her, so they're not actually going to look and counter-initiate on him.
Yeah, CM just needed to farm up her boots, has those completed now. If we look at the warding, oh, look at this big jump from Korok on this spider. They're going to try to initiate this. Places the sentry ward immediately, gets chain stunned. Wow, really nice. Very nicely done from Quantic here. Very nice work. Now what I want to go into quickly, what I just want to go into quickly was the warding and what that is basically saying. Oh, look at this here. Beforehand though, Morphling will slightly overextend and will have to get out. Oh, what a really nice check from Solara. He's just thinking really quickly. CRZ has to morph everything to strength, but I do think this is it. This will be his end. Wow. It's cycloned up, but look at this. His HP keeps on morphing while he's up in the air. He should continue morphing now. Dodging things, everything, like a pro. What is he doing? Boy, this guy. This is so ridiculous. Weck even moving in with the black hole, getting a kill on Lasted Magic. Now CRZ coming in with 400 HP. Gonna get the kill on Solaria most likely. Ah, but there's Mickey. Yeah, down he goes.
I was hoping he would replicate the Brewmaster and then try and right-click down someone and then replicate onto it to waveform. But he didn't see that option. He was possibly looking for the replicate as a defensive move and try and pull himself out of the fight. But top tower, look at Broodmother. She died about a minute ago and she's already pushing again.
Yeah, let's quickly check here. The warding is basically saying that Quantic set up a perimeter right around here. Before they had a top ward as well that now expired, so they basically just want to set up a perimeter so they have a safe region for them to farm. And as you can see by the radiant wards, they've this area here all warded up, so they have big points of vision all across the map right in these areas here. Really important points considering that now the siege of the tier 2 tower is going to begin. and just really professional warding coming out of zNation. They got themselves into a rhythm at the beginning of the game, but they don't seem to be letting off from that now. As we see 3 heroes converging in the enemy jungle, and Morphling still just farming up on the bottom lane. Quantic with Korok as well as Mikey will be trying to put pressure on this mid tier 1, but already Weckout is here underway to defend that a little bit. What do you think about the warding here and the movement of zNation?
I'm not a big fan of, oh, his initiation. As soon as we say this on middle lane, Crystal Maiden absolutely disappears. I didn't even catch that.
Yeah, I just caught her falling apart.
Yeah, the warding, very offensive from zNation, and unusually offensive from Quantic.
Really nice shackle here on Puck, won't be able to phase shift out of that one. Immediately gets silenced by the Orchid from Korok. Where's the jump from Korok? There it goes, it gets the kill. Gets stunned immediately though.
That's full here.
Yeah, that's why he was hesitant about this. It might very well go down here. He's gonna try to TP himself back into base, gets out. Really nice play from this guy here. And Solara also windruns himself back into safety.
I mean, that wasn't far off from Morphling coming in there and waveforming. That really wasn't far off. I'd say about 0.5, if even less. 0.5 seconds for Morphling to reach the destination he needed to land a full range waveform to take out Storm there.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Very tightly timed by Korok. But that's what we see from him. Calculated, well timed, cutting things to the edge.
So Roshan hasn't really been moved toward yet by the teams. It appears that zNation want to pressure the towers first.
Bottom lane.
Down goes Morphling after you got a kill on Windrunner, and Korok though gets 2 kills, one on Morphling and one on Puck, so worth it?
For Quantic, yes. But the trouble was here that zNation saw the low hit point Windrunner and they were thinking, obviously, easiest kill, let's go for that. But Korok was on half hit points that whole time. If they had focused him down, he wouldn't be able to deal out the damage, which killed both of them. And they may have even got 2 kills for none. And it all comes down to this again. Being confident in your choices and knowing who you can kill quickly and who's going to come around and kill you. They obviously didn't realise that the huge mana pool and silence that Korok had, that he'd be able to turn that around. They thought they had a sure double kill there with the Puck ulti and the Morphling dishing out damage, but after killing Windrunner, Korok was able to take them both out.
Yeah, totally. Here we go. Initiation on Weck. It slowed a little bit. Solara also moving in. Now he turns around to let off. Didn't quite want to initiate yet, but on the bottom lane here, look at this. CRZ using his waveform, and now he might be in really big trouble. Korok jumps in, silences, keeps on attacking. Chain nukage, and the Frostbite gonna get the kill. No, actually it was a nuke from Korok, the Remnant.
Yeah, and again, we see zNation here roaming around the map. They've got 1 pushing top, and they've got 3 rotating through to this mid-tier 2. And there's very little Quantic can do about this.
Sorry, man. I am back. Stalin here initiating on Korok. Whoa, they're all the way up to their tier 3 tower, also using the ultimate. Silence wears off right now, but Korok does go down. Dust of appearance is up on the spider. It's also cycled up into the air. Black hole is dispelled. Nexus here uses his ulti before he does go down. So 2 heroes down for zNation, 2 now down for Quantic because Crystal Maiden goes down. Double kill on Broodmother. And Paint. Well, also using Dust of appearance, but...
Oh, Broodmother has an Orchid of his own. Very nice pickup. But again, that trade in the favour of zNation, they're picking out that Storm. If they keep taking out Storm, there's not much else Quantic can do, because he is the key to their strat here. They've piled so much farm and hope into this hero, letting him the easy lane with Maiden support, allowing mid to fail, and bottom lane was pretty much a wash between Windrunner and the Puck.
Yeah, and Quantic using the opportunity once they were ganging Morphling to place a ward right around down here, setting up a new perimeter right around here, so they are gaining a little bit of map control toward the bottom, earning themselves an entry point into the jungle of the Radiant side. They have 2 wards now basically in there, and oh, look at this, Korok now jumping on Nexus, the Venomancer goes down immediately, drops like a fly.
What a bird.
Yeah,
Well
there.
spotted. I would have shouted that out earlier, but you spotted it. They do have a ward there. They saw the Venomancer placing his, and they immediately counter ward that and go for the Roshan.
Oh, really smooth transitions here from Quantic. They do have to keep an eye on that top lane though. You can see in the minimap, the Spiderlings are doing good work, and Broodmother even converging into there. Most likely zNation, yeah, zNation is completely aware of this Roshan attempt, and Broodmother is abusing this fact to go push into their base. Let's see how quickly they can get him down.
Top tower is under attack.
Guys, and look at this, now they are initiating a teamfight onto them to stop them from defending the top. Immediate buyback from Korok though, and he's not on his way to the top lane. Maybe he doesn't even know what's happening there. Look at this tier 3 tower going down. Korok, where is he moving? He doesn't know. He doesn't know what's going on there. Look at this. Now the TP from Brewmaster, he just realized this is going on. No, Korok, oh, he jumped on the spider. Sorry, I totally missed this. Spider goes down, but tier 3 top is down. Triple kill for the Morphling though, so holy crap. This was really split up situation. Solara.
Ultra kill. Yeah, Korok couldn't decide there. Roshan was just about to fall. They had a Lich and a Brewmaster trying to right-click that Roshan down, but Morphling standing there. Did he get... Oh, I didn't see. But Lich picked up the Aegis of the Immortal and Morphling cleaned them all up.
Dude, I would have loved to hear the Quantic TeamSpeak voice chat during this little engagement there.
I bet Korok was just spamming, do you want me? Do you want me to come? Do I jump? Do I jump? Do I jump? And in the end, I think he may have needed to jump. But that Brewmaster TP to the top lane, I think that would have been enough to hold the Broodmother back. If Storm had jumped into that Roche pit, that would have been a lot of dead zNation people.
I think so too. That would have been a huge jump. Because in case you guys don't know, the Storm Spirit jump deals damage upon impact based on how far he has already traveled. And if he would have jumped from like the range, almost the max range, saving a little bit of mana for like a nuke and a disable. Look at this huge jump coming out now. Oh, it doesn't hit Nexus though. Man, that would have hurt. Then, as Durka pointed out, that would have done a crap load of damage to everyone standing in that pit. And due to that teamfight that has already erupted there, and Korok used a buyback, they were already all, they all were pretty low.
Yeah, and Broodmother showing the power of what can happen to that hero when you leave her alone for a little while. The Quantic side goes down to counter ward and Roshan for about a minute and a half, 2 minutes. Broodmother literally walks into their base, takes down a tier 3.
And says, I got gold now, can I has Black King Bar?
Well, he tried to nibble down those racks, but they realized they needed to send people back to defend. And Manda style coming up for her, I'm assuming. Boots of Elven skin there, giving +4 agility. I'm not sure why she'd pick that item up first. Yep, Blades of Alacrity. So, I'm guessing Yasha into Manta.
And now Quantic is going to really feel the crippling effect of having a Broodmother on the top lane, because they have to really look at this. TP has to come, it's completely forced, and that takes away their momentum on the other lanes. And now all the other 4 heroes have free reign to do what they want.
Yeah, they can't just commit one hero though. They need more than just the Windrunner. Look at this huge creep wave here, taking a load of damage from the power shot. But then Spiderlings, lots and lots of Spiderlings coming in, and they're just gonna.
zNation is gonna join their buddy Broodmother now. Look at all these Spiderlings taking. Look at the racks dropping so quickly. They don't have a. Korok jumps in. Silence, pull on Puck. Puck getting focused. Here comes Weck. Nice black hole on basically nothing. Ultimate from Puck as well. Last match, gonna go down. First casualty of war here. Korok still jumping around, goes down immediately though to Morphling, who's on a medical streak. Too much pressure on Korok here, but a really strong shackle on 2 zNation heroes. Puck here is gonna phase shift. Not. It's just gonna back out normally, and yeah, Melirex goes down, and zNation playing super strong.
That black hole.
Yeah, what is it with that?
Yep.
That black hole.
I mean,
It was
What's this-
psychological warfare.
It's you could see in his mind he was like, I'm gonna get this bloody storm, I'm gonna catch him, he's got BKB, but I'm gonna get him. And then Korok jumped out, then he threw down Midnight Pulse, and then he ultied. About 2 or 3 seconds after Korok had already jumped out.
He's like,
Which is
I
what
don't
just
need
couldn't
Korok.
understand.
Oh, GG go next, coming from Paint, there we go.
But yeah, the play here from zNation just way too dynamic, controlling the whole map, root control, ward control, gank control. I mean, they were just on the top of their game.
Very well played, zNation. Off Quantic disconnecting out. We're gonna jump ourselves into the next game here pretty soon. And wow. Just superior play coming with zNation. Let's see if they will be able to do this once more, because this strategy will most likely not work one more time. Although zNation does have first pick.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
So as an endgame analysis, man, as you were saying... Oh,
Dire's middle tower.
little lag there. There goes the finishing screen. Yeah, as you were saying, man, zNation just earning themselves through really good play, a strong advantage in the early game, and not letting off until they win the game. That is basically the story of this game. And zNation takes game number 1. It's the best of 3, so game 2 coming up soon. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Check out epicommentary.com. This is my co-caster Durka. Check him out on Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. Durka Dota. And
And one more thing, look at the level on the Lich.
okay.
Makes me want to cry.
Oh man, poor guy. Alright, guys. See you guys in the next game. Gonna start the second VOD here pretty soon.